Wildfire risk areas inside of the wildland-urban interface zone may face a host of new requirements under Senate Bill 762. Thank you for joining us for News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Brett Taylor. News Watch 12's Cameron Baber spoke with a homeowner who lives in a high-risk area on the withdrawal of that wildfire risk map. Cameron, what is this homeowner's main concern when it comes to the revisions of this risk map when they come out?
Well, Larry Frazier lives in Rogue River, and he's mainly concerned about the factors that go into living in a high-risk area are going to play out in the new maps that are going to be drafted, and he's mainly concerned about how neighbors are going to deal with that as well.
Is there a way that we can actually utilize people to create jobs, to create industry, to create things that we could actually pump money back into the communities to solve this problem?
Doing a lot to create defensible space on his property, Larry Frazier is wondering what these maps are going to do to really entice people to make a change on their own property. Living in a high-risk neighborhood as well as people who are mainly retired, Frazier wants more to happen with communities that live in high-risk areas.
After really kind of digesting that initial stuff was that we need to, do this as more of communities, and rather than trying to address these individually, or it's just not going to work.
With a background in environmental science, he knows that he has to keep his property cleaned up to a certain degree to protect it from wildfires, although this has to be a neighborhood effort.
We don't have time, 2 or 3 years, to come up with another plan or to keep having people come and inspect your property and tell you you're not doing it good enough and we might fine you. We want to be able to really get people on board, and communities and local people to say, how are we going to solve this and do this together?
Frazier says everyone who lives in a high-risk area has to come together and use the resources that the government is providing.
The USDA has community fire-safe grant money, and that goes anywhere from $250,000 to do the development plan up to $10 million.
He says this should not be an individual affair, but a group effort to protect Southern Oregon. He wants this information out there so other communities can have the same resources.
Now, Frazier told me he's made the effort and the outreach to different neighbors and different community members to really help each other work living in a high-risk area to help mitigate the debris and the brush that they see in their backyards to really help live in a high-risk area. For now, reporting live here in Medford, I'm Cameron Baber, News Watch 12.